Hey guys, Alex from 7th Hour Films back again with The Sopranos. Last time around we had Armor Foo. The last episode. Where basically, what was her name? Gloria. Gloria pushed Tony too far and Tony broke it off with her. Then she was crying about it. And then she was going to get revenge on him. And so one of his guys, put a gun in her face and told her to back off. Meanwhile, Jackie was inspired by a tale from Ralphie about his dad, actually. And then went to go rob a card game where Chris and Furio were, which resulted in Furio being shot and Sunshine dying. And it wasn't good. It wasn't good, and now Ralph has to go deal with Jackie, and I don't think Jackie's gonna get away with be able to get out of this very well, unless Ralphie somehow is able to get Jackie out of there. You get out. Get out of here. Don't ever come back. You go to Alaska with with Jesse Pinkman and you stay out of everyone's way. Basically, that's the only thing I can think of how Jackie can get out of this. But I don't know. I guess we'll find out. So let's go ahead and jump right into the season 3 finale of The Sopranos. Here we go.
I gotta pee. Janitor leaves at 8. You can wait 10 minutes.
Man, what are you doing? What are you doing now? Why is he peeing in a corner?
Welcome to the Boonton Holiday Inn.
My name is Lena. What's your name?
Probably shouldn't say. Mr.
Meh.
X then.
Richie. Richie April.
You'll be safe here, bro.
Oh, no. Coq au vin, blanket of veal.
Wow. What's the matter?
My son lets me live in a place like this. He's such a good boy.
Yeah, well, who's the queen, huh? Come on now. Try those peeps.
Wow. What a difference. What a difference between her and Livia.
I was thinking about Ro. Here, Jackie had her convinced he was just smoking a little marijuana, making C's in school, and he was dealing hard drugs.
Yes.
You never know with your kids.
It's like I've been saying.
Speaking.
The shit that can happen over drug money.
Well, you tried, Tony, with that boy.
Thank you for saying that. Because he did.
Bob, it's me. Tony. Tony, what is it?
It's really Vito. You said to call in 5 minutes.
No. I'm not doing nothing important right now.
Well, it is a meeting of the captains, isn't
In
it?
his windshield.
Please don't hang up. For my dad, if not for me.
Well, it's been dead 2 years. As a matter of fact, the expiration date was last week. I know your bullshit with that.
When you and him did the same thing, you got forgiven?
Well, think about it. See if you can figure out the difference.
Eh.
Don't call me no more.
Nobody died. Nobody was injured. You're so sweaty.
Oh, what do you want me to do? I mean, you're the boss of the family.
Whoa. We talked about this. You were going to give him a pass. But he should know. But more important than the particular decision is that it happened in a timely fashion.
Oh,
Sorry he called your house.
Don't apologize.
just get it done.
I don't have to waste my time with you. It was both your urines that Mr. Lubomov spent 2 hours scrubbing. Your DNA was an exact match.
Oh my god.
He's the one who peed first. I didn't even have to pee till he did it.
Doesn't
I
matter.
could take another test. You could watch me.
He's back.
Junior Soprano beat cancer?
As far as anyone can
Hey!
tell.
This prick is laughing at us.
Thank God. It's been a while since we've seen the feds. He's trying. I'll give him credit. He's trying to play chess.
Yo, I think you're done for. We just started.
Yeah, but the way she's developing her nights.
That's funny.
What are you laughing at?
It's a nice family. Ah! Ah! Was that just it? Well, that's not a quick getaway, is it?
Hello. Yeah. Kamala. Sounds like she's crying.
She ain't gonna be crying over AJ, so...
Yeah. What?
Permanent expulsion.
Okay, never mind.
See this.
Even I managed to get through school without getting expelled.
Meh.
I work hard all day to pay for this 6,000 square foot house, big screen TVs, food on the table, video games, all kinds of scooters and bicycles, Columbia University, and for what? To come home to this?
Sucks to be you.
Jesus.
She recommended a school in New Brunswick, Burnwood Day. It's for troubled kids. There's a psychologist right on staff.
No more fucking schools that coddle him. He's going to military school.
What?
Meh.
That's right, I got some brochures.
You got school brochures.
You got brochures. Okay. Call number 1. Let's see call number 2.
Oh my God.
What is it?
Jackie Jr. was shot to death at the Boonton Projects by drug dealers.
Yeah.
I'm going over Rosalie's.
That might straighten his fucking life out. That is a shock.
Tell you one thing, though. I'm not gonna make the same mistake with AJ. Got expelled. Him was sitting in a military school.
You know, we never discussed exactly what you want for your children.
I don't want them to end up in Boonton with their face blown off.
You followed your father
Fair enough.
into his business.
I never choice. I try to make sure my kids have every opportunity. I was going to Columbia, for Christ's sakes. She mentioned being a pediatrician once.
You'd like that?
Yeah, I would. I would like something like that.
Oh, yeah.
But the important thing is she get far away from me. She could live close.
I was gonna say, why didn't you send her to Berkeley then?
And your son?
Why Georgetown?
At your school. And it's not a bad school, you're right. There's too much emphasis on what's good for you, what's good for Johnny, what's good for Janie. Here, the higher good is the good of the core, as General MacArthur said in his farewell address at the Point. The core, the core, the core.
I guess you'll be a part of something bigger than yourself.
1900 to 2100 is evening study time. Taps, lights out, 2200 hours. What's missing? Give up? Television.
Yeah, that doesn't exist here.
What's 0530 mean?
5:30 a.m.
Yeah, he doesn't know military time.
I just outlined for you.
Why do guys in the army, or like spies, use that O thing when they tell time?
Why can't they just
That'll be made
tell
abundantly
time?
clear to you.
Oh, God.
For now, we have an expression around here. Keep it simple.
Jesus Christ. I'm glad I didn't go through that shit.
I would submit Audie Murphy was an Army of One.
Is that what we're preparing him for? A career in the military?
No.
One day at a time.
Train him to be a professional killer?
Oh, will you stop? They're soldiers. And the United States Army hardly ever goes to war anymore.
They were marching with rifles, Tony!
They're symbolic. The barrels are plugged.
This is 2001, but when in 2001?
I'm only here out of respect to you. But I'm sorry that I was Mushad there. And, I appreciate that you were looking out for me.
Oh, yeah?
You were close to the kid, I know.
No, you don't know.
Anyway, what I said about not loving you, that's not how it is.
Yeah, I don't know how he sleeps on his arm like that.
Let's try it your way.
I don't know about that.
Ralphie, give him 12K.
I can't believe this.
Why not? Last year you believed that flying saucer was over East Rutherford.
I'm not gonna tell you again.
T, I'm asking you to reconsider this.
Paulie,
You requested a sit down. He heard you out.
I was gonna go sit with a Starbucks.
So was I.
You wanna go together?
Yeah.
Great.
Onyx, date, or slimline?
I was dancing, my God. I'll tell you, Jimmy Choo.
All right, the feds have a new target.
My name's Danielle.
Now look at that. I'm serious. You look very impressive.
Oh my God, if
His
I wasn't
eyes-
already married.
His eyes don't look that good.
I look like a total jerk off.
You do not.
He's... Oh, he does not want to do this. No.
Oh my God.
Hey,
Anthony.
Jay. Hey, Jay.
Anthony, here.
Get some water or something. My son
Eh.
has panic attacks.
Yep. He didn't tell you about the one in
Now, obviously,
at
we
football.
can't send him to military school. Turns out it happened before. But they didn't tell us. Idiot nurse, she diagnosed it as dehydration from football practice. Can you believe they didn't inform the parents?
That is pretty weird. Even if it is dehydration, you should say something.
We can't send him to that place.
Yes.
How are we going to save this kid?
I mean, you can send him to a psychiatrist. That's a start. Paulie, what are you doing, man?
Your mother. Come on, let's go.
What the?
Every fucking Super Bowl, a DA grabbed a few popcorn headlines. Here, go ahead. Last year I made bail so fast, my soup was still warm when I got home.
All right, come on, keep moving.
Yeah. So Paulie fucking ducked. Paulie ran the fuck away.
Jesus Christ, you told me 11 o'clock. I'm sorry. Sorry, that's all I hear. Junior, look.
Fuck. Bobby, let's go. He's just down. Jeez. All right, at least he got Bobby.
Ensuring certain hope of the resurrection to eternal life, Giacomo Michael April Jr. And we commit his body to the ground.
That was his name? I never thought Jackie was short for that.
The Lord make his face to shine upon him and be gracious to him. The Lord lift up his countenance upon him and give him peace.
Oh my God.
What, I gotta paint a picture? He was killed by some fat fuck in see-through socks. Take your pick, they all look alike.
See-through socks?
Actually, Kelly, you really have no basis to say that.
We used to joke around about our families. What happened to you?
Okay, I know this is a really painful time for you.
Seriously, what are see-through socks? That's gonna bug me now.
Our dads are in the garbage business, and it's always good for a laugh, and yeah, they brush up against organized crime. But you think they control every slime ball and illegal gun in like 100 communities? The fact that you would even say this in front of an outsider is amazing to me. Jesus Christ, some loyalty?
Yeah.
On the drink, I gotta go, but mine's alone.
So what, it's just the two of us?
Sad day.
Mm-hmm. Kid was always a dumb fuck, though, wasn't he?
Nah.
Didn't he almost drown in 3 inches of water?
The penguin exhibit.
Look at this crappy turnout. You know, if Jackie Sr. was still acting boss, would a child passed away, this place would be filled to the rafters. Flower cars up and down the block. No matter what the boy had done.
What's the matter? Yeah, nothing. You could tell Uncle John.
Fucking Tony.
Don't.
He knows my mother's ill.
Don't
Then he
tell
rules
Uncle John.
against me in this Morristown bullshit. Maybe you heard about it.
I don't stick my beak in.
Since Ralphie's bringing them all, this espionage got all. You think I was carrying a load in my pants the way Tony sticks his nose up when I'm around? Ah, I'm not insensitive. I hurt too.
You think Tony plays favorites like that?
What do I say to Ma?
For Ralphie?
She thinks.
You know, Carmine too. Sometimes he gets very frustrated with Tony and Ralphie. That generation. He thinks the whole espionage thing, rich as it is, wasn't handled right risk-wise.
How is Kamai?
He asks about you.
Give him my love.
I will. You'll like hearing that. He's not as well as he could be either, you know.
If there's ever anything I can do, anything, he shouldn't hesitate.
I'll tell him.
Why do I feel like that's just setting up season 4?
When you look how people deal with each other, even families, like Jackie's family.
What about them?
We're never there for him. I mean, Aunt Rose's sweet, but she's like, hello, Uncle Jackie? It's narcissistic. They let him do whatever he wanted. When you would ask him, like, aren't you afraid what your parents are gonna say about, I don't know, whatever? And he would just go, they don't give a shit.
Well, I'm glad you see.
Yeah, right. You're glad I see. What you take from this is an excuse to get intrusive and controlling. That is not what I'm talking about. Jesus.
What did I say? Meadow, you are out from under our roof.
AJ, then, you use it against him.
Against him?
Come on, Junior, sing it.
I beat cancer. Now I'm gonna beat the can. Nah, that's too hard. No, bring it down.
What is this?
What's that?
Cosmo?
It's not bad when he's had a few bucas.
Not bad. Bobby's crying. Good grief. Better stop fucking throwing shit.
Did you hear me? I said come here.
This is such bullshit!
No!
Yeah! Gee, okay, she made it across the street, but... Even John's crying. Some language and gender change. Oh, now it's Mandarin. Man. June is a man of many talents. Oh. Alright. Oh. My god, that was like the most depressing Sopranos finale we've had. Oh, and there's still 3 more. We still got 3 more seasons. We're on, well, in terms of the episode count, we're not halfway through, because I know season 6 goes pretty long, but in terms of seasons, we're halfway through. How do you raise them right? How do you raise them right? Well, not really military school, for one. I mean, okay. I don't know. I don't want to endorse military school, like, at all. But, like, the only maybe I can give is if they are so bad off. You know? But I don't think the kids in this show were. You know? AJ certainly not. I don't even think Jackie was, you know? Just don't, you know? I don't know. Honestly, I can't really think of the example. What kind of kid justifies military school? To be honest, I don't think it really exists, you know? But, man, it's crazy. When did this come out? On HBO Max, it just says 2001. But, I mean, we had a Thanksgiving episode and a Christmas episode. So... Okay, so despite having a Thanksgiving and Christmas episode. It started with a 2-hour premiere, March 4th, 2001, before concluding on May 20th, 2001. So it finished in May of 2001. Because, man, when Tony was like, America hardly goes to war anymore, it's like, oh, I don't know, poorly aged, I suppose we can say. But they didn't know. I mean, granted, I'm sure it was probably filmed, like, I guess I could look at when the production was. If I were to guess, they probably filmed it in 2000. So, I don't know. It doesn't say. But I'd imagine it was probably it was probably like late 2000 that they filmed it, And yeah, airing between March and May of 2001. They didn't know. How could anyone know that would have happened? I have been curious, though, since we started, because I was like, it starts out in 1999. In fact, just the other day, at time of recording this, was... So what day was that? The 10th? January 10th, which was the 26th anniversary of the premiere of the first episode, which is crazy. And that happened to be the only day that I did not post a Sopranos reaction, unfortunately, but that's all right. But yeah, I've been wondering, I've been wondering if when we get to 2001, if we were going to talk about that, So this was all before that, so maybe next season. I don't know. I mean, just on the fact that in the opening there is a shot, it's the shot of the rear view mirror, or one of the side mirrors on Tony's car, and it just prominently shows the Twin Towers. Like, well, I don't know if you can show that in the next season, but the question is, how do you raise them right? I don't know, man. Well, I mean, you got to do it, If you want a guarantee, then you got to do it. You got to be there. You can't just, with Tony and AJ, you can't just constantly be like, you know what I do for this family? You can't just say some things, and just expect them to know what to do, That's the thing. He just expects AJ to do things properly, And when he doesn't, he says, oh, you know all the things I do for this family, and you waste them, but he doesn't know how he wastes them, He doesn't know how, he doesn't know what anything is, Meadow, thank goodness she was able to forge her own path, but not everyone's able to do that, and that's fine, if you can't forge your own path, that's one thing, but then that's why you have people to help you, like your parents, And I mean, you could say that is a bit of a mirror of Jackie, Jackie, who, while yes, he had Tony to help guide him, but only at the age of 22, Like, they said, his parents didn't do anything for him, His parents didn't do anything. Jackie Aprile Sr., Rosalie, they didn't do anything for him. And the people that started to care about him, about his life, they came too late, They came too late. Tony's saying, hey, you shouldn't, but he never fully imparted. He just kept saying, you got to stay on the good path, basically. He never explained what that meant, He never explained what that meant. Just say it's like, your dad never wanted you a part of this, And even if he never told you, I will tell you. And I don't want you a part of this, I want you, maybe you don't do well at Rutgers. All right, you didn't do well at Rutgers. That's something. Maybe you got a learning disability, I don't know. But go you got to do something else. You got to do something else. He is thankful that Meadow found her own path. But that's the problem, is he keeps thinking, he kept thinking Jackie will find his own path. AJ is going to find his own path. Now he's basically forced to stop and think, I have to help him get to a path, And that's the thing. That's how it goes, That's how it goes. You got to be there for them. Somebody had to be there for Jackie. And it's good. It is good that in this past season, Tony tried, Tony tried, but he just didn't. A, he was too far gone. B, he didn't do enough, Now, of course, then there's also Meadow, who says, oh, this isn't an excuse to be so controlling and stuff. But it's like, but is Carmela that controlling? Tony is obviously more controlling, but even, is Carmela more controlling? You are out of the house. You're out from under our roof. You're going to Colombia, and you're making a life for yourself. You're going somewhere, and both of your parents support that. When she says, she wants to be a pediatrician, they support that. They both support that. Because Tony looks at that and says, that's great. It means you won't get shot. You won't get shot on the street. Hopefully, but. And so I was like, oh, well, you'll use that as an excuse to control AJ. And to an extent, I guess, because Carmela was willing to let AJ go to military school, She was willing to try it his way, to take full control, change everything about his life completely, and send him off to the friggin' army, basically. Which, in a few months' time, would become very active, unbeknownst to, I don't know, the American population. I don't know. You gotta take care of people. Heck, Tony's not even taking care of Polly. Now Polly is not turning on him, but, I don't know, but he's unsatisfied with the current boss, John, who knows what John is doing, but he could take advantage of that, Silvio seems to be fine. Ralphie's fine now. Ralphie's fine. But that's the thing, when he says, oh, do you think Tony plays favorites? It's like, with Ralphie? Paulie, you've been here all season. You really think he's playing favorites with Ralphie? But interesting themes of this season. Last episode, we had the theme of the moth to the flame. This time, we have the theme of putting people on the right path. Jackie went down the wrong path, and he paid the price. Meadow's on the right path, thankfully, because she made it there herself. AJ's headed down the wrong path, but he needs someone to help him before he ends up like Jackie. I will say, Tony's sessions with Melf today, they're some of the best sessions he's ever had, They were actually talking, he wasn't really... he was emotional, but he wasn't really getting mad at her, which was nice. But, that felt like some honest-to-God therapy right there. Just, it's not your fault, necessarily. It's not, you can't just blame yourself, oh, well. Because Tony sees himself, basically, as, he was too far gone, he didn't have a choice, but he doesn't want that. He doesn't want that for his kids, He doesn't want that for his kids. And it's interesting when he says with Meadow, it's I want her to get as far away from me as she can. She can live close, but he wants her to be in a completely different world from him. He's happy. He is happy with her, honestly. Her choice in boyfriend, that's another question. That's a whole other issue. But he's happy with her decisions in life, that she's going to Georgetown, and it's great. She's doing well, and she wants to become a pediatrician. She wants to be somebody, But without, being somebody. Like Jackie wanted to be. Meadows should see a psychiatrist. She should see Dr. Melfi. AJ should too. They should all see Dr. Melfi. Tony does. Carmela kind of does by proxy because she sat in with the couples counseling and she went to see the Jewish therapist. He was Jewish, right? You know what? I said that with about half confidence, actually. But the other guy, I think he said he was Jewish. I don't know. I don't know how the old guy. There's a better way of describing him, I guess. You guys know what I mean, anyway. But his kids, they should see a psychiatrist. If Tony Soprano needs a psychiatrist, but then again, he thinks, well, with the panic attacks and all the stress from my work and bada bing, and I didn't even mean that as his actual place of business called bada bing, but But that's why he thinks he needs therapy, and sure. But AJ needs therapy. Meadow needs therapy. They all need therapy. Everybody needs therapy to an extent, I probably need it too. Everybody needs something. What time is it? It's 4:20, actually. I like that. It's 4:20. The discussion started at 4:02. I've been yapping a while. I don't know. Have I covered everything? Oh, so Silvio, Chris, and someone else were arrested. Paulie pieced the fuck out. Paulie and June both pieced the fuck out there. Which was kind of funny, honestly, with June just running back to the car and just taking off and Bobby just barely being able to get in there in time. So it was kind of funny. Just the juxtaposition of that at the funeral, is slightly funny, and then you get the depression of burying Jackie, and the feds are now going to try to get close to Adriana, which is interesting. And June beat cancer, which is good. I hope that he's in more episodes next season, because he's honestly the most interesting character in this show. And I hope Janice is in less episodes, which says a lot, because Janice was not in much this season, but we don't need more Janice. We certainly don't need more Janice. Yeah, I guess that's that. A very emotional and depressing finale to this season, but it was good, and I'm curious to see where we are going in season 4. But that is basically it. With all of that being said, I'm Alex from 7th Hour Films, and I will see you guys next time. Take care. Alright guys, thanks for watching this video. There's a bunch of links on screen if you want to go click around any of those. There's a playlist with all of my Sopranos reactions, as well as another video you can go click on if you want. There's also a subscribe button and a Patreon button on screen, as well as other links in the description if you want to go check out any of those. See you guys later.